Guys, I made a freaking track today, alright? This is what it sounds like. Holy moly. Alright, so the track is called Soni Base. That may or may not be related to Basic Channel's Philips bass. You know, may or may not. No, nothing is admitted here on this show. Okay, so I really want to show you what I did here because there's some very cool stuff going on. You see a lot of buttons are on, and that is because everything is going parallel and double, and it's crazy. Like, okay, let's see. I'm only using the Digitect and the TR1000, and let's start with the main chord, right? Main chord sounding pretty damn cool. I don't know why am I missing. Oh, I know I'm missing something. Never mind. Let's try this again, guys. All right, it's pretty damn cool, right? So what we got is a chord from a chord stab. Just a fifth note that I got from my UDO. And then I pitched it down a lot. Wait, let me just, for you guys, get the source thing. It is number 54. Okay, what it sounded like on its own, right? That you know where we're starting out at. 54, okay. But now without all of this stuff. That's what we're working with, just a saw chord. 1 and a fifth note, and then I pitched it down. There you hear it, and I added a little filter to it on the Digitect. Then I EQ'd it and took out the low end with this filter here on the Rodec. So then this is what we have. Let's see. Yep, and then it is. I was sending it to all these three things. And what you will hear, okay, I will start with the bus 2, because what have I done? I've added the Yamaha SPX90, like an 80s effects unit, and I put like a gate reverb on it, like a very short reverb, and that's coming in parallel. So if that's that reverb sound. That's pretty damn cool. And as you see, everything is sounding to that reverb except for my kick channel. So I'm just going to take it slow, guys. I've had a busy day. I've made 3 tracks today. Bear with me, all right? I know you guys are cool. I know you guys are sexy, so you're cool with that. So allow me to just catch my breath and my thoughts, and I will go through this slowly. Yeah, there you hear that gated reverb, and it sounds so damn straight and cool, and you know, it's just amazing. So there you have that. That is it's on bus 2, and that's it. And I have also I'm sending it to the parallel filter, the audio merge again. So if I show that on its own, it's cutting at 1 kilohertz and at 5 kilohertz. So if I play with that, yeah, it gets quite extreme if I am not careful. Anyway, so together, if we get that reverb thing and we take the main signal again, then we got this. So without that filter, without the reverb, without these things, that's a lot of bass. Okay, now with the filter again, with the reverb, and you can see also this filter is also sending to that reverb. So you get double reverb before the filter and after the filter. And then what I'm doing as well is I'm sending that filter into the delay setup here. So if I only show the delay, and it's feeding back into itself, of course, as we do. And also this delay is also going to the reverb. Pretty damn cool. And so Now let's add everything, and halfway through the performance I add another bus, and that is the bus 1. I've got 2 auxiliary buses and 2 effects buses, and those auxiliary buses, number 1 can have the mini styler on it, and I did that in parallel this time. So the main chord is always as a final thing, so it's going to the Yamaha, it's going to the filter, and it's also going to the mini styler. So let me show you what that sounds like, just this sound into the mini styler. So yeah, I cut out, it's very focused on the top end, you know? So that adds another layer of bite. So without the mini styler and with. It's subtle. On this thing it's subtle, but you will hear something halfway through the performance. First, the delays, they go only to the master out and to the Yamaha bus, the reverb. But halfway through, I add the send to the mini styler as well to add some more bite to those delays, and it changes the whole sound. So let's hear it, just the delays. So this is just the delays, right? And then the delays, halfway through, I send them to that bus 1. Oh, holy moly. Oh, that's cool. Right? That's cool. So then everything together. Yeah, if you ask me, that's pretty damn dope. Thanks for asking. So yeah, that's how you get a lot of power out of one simple plug. Remember, we started with just this, right? That's already pretty damn powerful. It started like this. But yeah, then the normal thing is at C5. I pitch this down to G sharp 4. So it's like for a few semitones down. Yeah, and then we just changed it all the way into... And that's how you start a party. Then I didn't use the GR1 this time because I wanted to have the second stereo channel for the top end of the TR1000, and the channel 1, which usually was only, which was the whole TR1000. Now channel 1 is only the kick drum and the sub bass. And so let's go to that. Noise. Holy moly. Holy moly. Watch out. Whoa. That's intense, right? And so what's so cool, I can use the individual out of channel 1 there on the TR1000 of the bass drum channel. And because the first 4 channels on the TR1000 can be double layered, so layer A is the kick drum and layer B is this sub bass situation. So if I can solo the sub bass, it's like 50, okay. That, and then the kick, and they all go out through the same channel, which is just awesome, guys. And you hear, of course, a lot of top end in this. I used the Shelfer channel again, if I turn that off. And I also EQ'd it to death on the Rodex. So let's turn off the EQs, right? See what we got then. Woolly as hell. Woolly as hell. This is no longer, oh my god, this is not fun anymore. So then let's add the Shelfer channel EQ again. That's already becoming more British. Alright, now let's add the compressor. Alright, mate. Alright, we got some bite there. Oh, a nice little chunk. And then we add the Rodeck EQ, right? I'm so sorry for this. I swear I can do a better British accent than that. But the Rodeck EQ taking out a little bit of 700 or something, 500, who knows. And adding just maximum top end. So you get that bite. But we are not done. I'm also sending, I'm sending this one to that parallel bus, to the mini styler as well, to add that extra bite. So if I take away that extra bite, it sounds way cleaner, right? Less noise. But if I now add that mini styler again, oh, there we are. There we are. By the way, it's just a 909 kick and a 909 bass that's built into the new update of this. So yeah, adding that mini styler adds so much texture to the top end, and that makes it slam out through the mix way better. So if I add this, if I take away the mini styler now, right, from the kick, that's crazy, right? Now put the mini styler in again, and we get that punch on the kick. That's frigging awesome, guys. Thank you. And yeah, then we have, this one is not sending to the reverb, but it is sending to the parallel filter as well. So also to add bite again. So if this is now without that parallel audio merge filter, and then with. And because that filter is also sending to the reverb, but the kick isn't, you still get a bit of reverb on the kick. And with. Man, that's cool. Bauke, you're amazing. Thanks, guys. You guys are sweet today. All right. And so I will show you what then just the filter channel sounds like. That's the filter channel, what it gets from the kick. Then I can show you what just the mini styler sounds like. Yeah, hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. And then everything together. All right, cool. Now on to the top end. That is what happens with the kick and the bass, and it's just massive, right? So yeah, it's all about just making it bigger, taking away the wool and increasing the texture and the low end energy, and then it becomes incredibly solid. And then we get to the top end. Pretty damn dirty. Let's see what it started like. Just straight from the TR-1000. Bus 2, okay. Yeah, I got this little tom thing here that is just whatever. And then it was a tom, and I made it very short. And then it had that little click. And then I EQ it, take out the low end again. Oh, by the way, I'm using the master drive on the TR-1000 a lot as well. So that is what crunches everything together. This is the EQ and the filter with again, so it sits nice in the mix. And this one is also going to the Yamaha, the reverb, and you hear what that does. Look at, and with the clap, hi-hat. So the whole life of this track comes from that reverb. If I take it away, still cool, right? With the kick, but with that reverb. Holy moly, that sounds massive. Whoa. Without. Boring. Whoa. All right, that's awesome. And yeah, that master drive. If I take that out, that master drive, it's only going to the top end. You hear what that does? Way more upfront and way more energetic. If I... Oh, dry. Without. With. Yeah. Okay, and that's basically it. And then I just try to spread out the track as long as I can and build the energy as good I can. I'm not sure if I was happy with the final drop. You know, it's hard with live performances to do a proper drop because you only have two hands, and you have something in your head what you want to do, like how you're used to in the box, you know, on the computer, but then you physically cannot actually do that because you only have two hands. If anybody has more hands, if there's any octopuses watching or spiders, I don't mind, then please come help me out sometime. So yeah, sorry guy, but I thought this was frigging awesome, like seriously. All right, let's give it one more little listen. Oh, there's the noise. And all right. Final thing. Again, you get all these options with all this parallel routing. So send 1 is the delay, straight into the delay. Send 2 is into the parallel filter, but the parallel filter also is sending always into the delay. So what I do during the performance, I have the main chord, and that one is already sending maximum to that filter. So we're already getting the delays, but halfway through the performance or something, or somewhere during the performance, I also start sending it to bus 1, so it goes not through so it still goes through the filter into the delay, but then I also send it just straight into the delay, so you get this, because it's not filtered, you get more of this low end, and it changes the whole groove of the delays. So this is what it sounds like when I do that. Without, and then with. Man, you know, the Bauke guy, he should do something with music at some point in his life. I think he's got some talent. All right, sweet. This was Soni Base by Bauke Top. All right, thanks, guys. It was fun. Hell yeah.